Hi guys, it's Wolverine here, guys. I know people are stressed at the moment because we're all expecting actually today to get some action, right? All I can tell you guys is that the people are working really hard to get this done. Some people actually that work in the redemption centers, they were on holidays, they're all back now, right? And working as hard to get this done. Okay. That's all I can tell you at the moment, guys. I can't tell you much, guys. People that have the codes, they've got to get actually authorization to use their codes from the banks. They're just waiting actually to get the authorization, right? And I think that's all I can tell you at the moment, guys. Okay, just hold on. This is definitely coming. All signs are saying the 7th. 7th's not that far away, right? Let's hope it happens beforehand. This is just so stressful for all of us. Take care, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
We are on Intel. I can tell you guys, today is the 2nd. We were supposed to get notified today. I think I led up to that on Tuesday's call, if I remember right. We were supposed to get notified the day after New Year's and get started today with exchanges. Well, we had a couple things that happened behind the scenes, or they use the term behind the curtain, and we sort of found out what they might have been. We think we know, and now everything is moving forward at the regular pace. Now, let's talk about Iraq for a minute. Iraq has had a new rate. They brought a new in-country rate in over New Year's Day. We heard about this New Year's Day, and it looks like they are about to, at midnight tonight Eastern time, which is only, a little less than 2 hours away now, Iraq, on their time, will bring out the start of what they've been talking to the people in Iraq about on TV, and I think on billboards. The term was standards. I think they refer to them as billboards, we would call them, in Iraq. And what it amounts to is, they've pulled most of the 3-0 notes, the higher denominations, the 25K dinar notes, the 10K, the 510K, the 1K. Those are all of the high 3-0 dinar notes. Now, those are the notes that we have that we're going to be able to exchange at a very high rate, very high. But in Iraq, they're removing the 3-0 notes, like our 25Ks, 10Ks, 5Ks, 1K notes, and they're exchanging those with 25 dinar, 10 dinar, 5 dinar, 1 dinar. In other words, without the 3 zeros. Now, that's not us. That's not us here. We're going the opposite direction. We're getting huge rates on the dinar that we have. But the in-country citizens of Iraq, they've known about this for years, but it's finally coming to be where they will actually exchange, I'm going to say over this weekend, maybe sooner, they will exchange and get the new money. Now, what are they calling the new money? The new money, as they term it, is the lower denominations, sort of equivalent to the money that we have, our cash money. In other words, they'll have 100 dinar. They'll have a 50 dinar. They'll have a 20 dinar, a 10 dinar, and probably a 5 dinar. Kind of like us with our $100 bill, 50, 20, 10, and 5. And I don't know even what we're going to do with I guess we'll still have our singles, our $1 bills. They tend to have coins at the lower levels. I remember when this first came out 20 years ago, I bought a pack of dinar that included a 100 dinar coin and a 25 dinar coin. Those were 2 coins. Can I find them now, 20 years later? No, I can't because I can't see anyway, but I can't find them. Hopefully they're still somewhere, because I'd love to use the 100 dinar coin as a ball marker when I play golf with Bob. But the cool thing about this is that they're making those announcements on television in Iraq. They're using those so-called standards, which I think are billboards, to talk about it, and they're ready to get started with that. I'm going to call it 8 a.m. in the morning Iraq time tomorrow, which is in a couple of hours. So they're going to start with that. Now, what does that mean for us? We were supposed to get started today. We look like we could get started in a couple of days. They're calling it the weekend. Now, the weekend for us traditionally, guys, is always Saturday and Sunday, right? Well, sometimes in this business, they tend to think of the weekend as starting Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So somewhere in that time frame, I'm going to say as early as Friday and as late as Sunday, we should be getting our notifications by email with the 800 number, and we should be able to get started with our exchanges. Whew. Okay. I went super long on my intel on Tuesday night's call. I guess I felt like I needed to fill, but really, I'm not going to fill tonight. But I'm going to tell you one little thing about the quantum access card or the quantum card on our quantum account. I just want everybody to realize that once you're exchanged monies from your currencies and from your Zimbabwe dollars that are redeemed as a bond, those all go into your quantum account. Then you need to move those funds that don't grow any interest at all in your quantum account. It's a safe, treasury-backed, gold-backed account. When you need to bring some money into your primary Wells account or a secondary Wells account or another bank when you get them set up, okay, that money needs to be moved using your quantum card. It's 3 times thicker than a normal credit card. It could be made of titanium. I don't know. It's supposed to be metallic. It should be pretty sturdy. And it has 3 chips in it. 1 chip to record your biometric finger or thumbprint, 1 to record the account information that you have, and 1 for probably the balance of information that you have in your account. Okay? Now, that card is used when you want to transfer funds from your quantum account into your bank accounts. And I've been told you can link 3 different banks to the quantum card. I'm going to start with Wells, stay with Wells, and maybe I'll add 1 or 2 more accounts to it. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. But you guys do what you want to do. Now, the thing I want you to know about the quantum account is how to activate it. You activate it with a biometric fingerprint or thumbprint. Okay, that's recorded. That goes in there. And then, of course, you've got a brand new username and a brand new password for the username. And then you have an all-new 5-digit PIN code, 5 numbers, okay, that you create. That's another thing. And then you also have a brand new email that you're setting up exclusively for this purpose with a password to get into that email. How many things is that? Biometric finger thumbprint, 1. 2 is your username. 3 is your password for your username. 4 is your 5-digit PIN code. 5 is your new email. And 6 is your password to get into your email. I think that's everything that gets you into your quantum account. Then you move funds in, and then you can earn some interest on that. And the interest is negotiable, and it's a very strong interest rate. You can negotiate too. The lower the money you have, in terms of all these exchanges and Zim and everything, the more you have, the lower your interest rate will be on earning interest. It makes sense. You got trillions and zillions of dollars worth. You really don't need a very high interest rate at all. You don't really need much of a rate at all. But if you've got, let's say you didn't have that much, you had a low one and you're in the millions, let's say, instead of billions or trillions or quadrillions, you might end up getting a higher rate. You can negotiate that rate up higher, and they'll work with you on that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else there's nothing else I can think of other than when you call, I believe they're going to ask you either with an AI voice or a person when you call the 800 number at the call centers. You're going to give them your name, and you're going to tell them the zip code where you want to exchange. In other words, either your home zip code or your business zip code, or let's say you're traveling and you know a zip code in the area where you're staying, and you want to exchange in Georgia when you really live in Texas or whatever. But you're on the road or whatever, you've got your currency with, and now you're going to go ahead and call in and set your appointment. Now, the emails that come out, which we should get over this weekend, starting, I'm going to say Friday, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. Whenever those come in, you should have some instructions on when you are to call. Please obey those instructions. Whenever it tells you what day and time to call, go ahead and do it. Do it that way. Okay, one other quick thing about med beds, and then we'll go. The med bed, when you go in for your med bed appointment, you have the opportunity to refer 6 people to go in when they are able to go. So you want to have a list of those 6 by name and phone number, maybe address too if you know it, okay? But certainly name and telephone number, so they can contact them to come in and to give them an appointment to come in. 6 people. Now, if they are Zim holders and they're older or they have dire needs, like they're really hurting physically, they have priority. they will be given priority. They want the Zim holders. Now, it could be you refer people that don't have any currency. It could be. I know a couple, and I plan to refer one or two like that. But if you refer somebody and they have currency, make sure that if they have Zim or any currency, that they let them know when they go in for their exchange that they need the MedBed. They're looking forward to getting a MedBed appointment as soon as possible. And when you go in and you give the name will be in the computer for them. And then when they go in, let's say it's after you exchange, then their name will be in the computer. So they'll have, oh, there's a match. Yeah, I see. Oh, I see. Yeah, Bruce put this person in, and then they put themselves in, and maybe somebody else even put them in. So point is, they'll have, they'll know that this is a real thing and a real person with a dire need or not. You know, they'll know. So we don't know where each individual MedBed center is, but we know we've got well over 6,000 MedBed centers in the U.S. alone. And I think that's a low number. I think that number is much higher now. But don't worry. Yes, you'll sign an NDA so that you do not discuss where you went for this MedBed treatment. You won't tell them who helped you and any of the specifics like that. Just keep it to yourself. Now, will people see you differently if you have physical changes made and you've been de-aged from 70-something down to 28? Oh, yeah, they'll notice. They won't understand it. They'll be shaking their head. Well, what happened to you? Are you the same person? Well, not really. Sort of, in some ways. I still have all my memories. I have my wisdom. I have my knowledge. But maybe some things have been tweaked. That's where you need to get Sue's MedBed 100 so that you can see all of.
Wolvie's just posted 3 comments. Looks like we made it, guys. Then this is no false news or anything. I've been on the phone all night with hardly any sleep, and all I can tell you is that it looks like we made it. And the last comment, please stay alert and keep your eyes on your emails once or twice a day. I have absolute faith in God that we are about to cross that finish line. Post by Majid on X at 1:47 p.m. January 3rd, 2025. Alert, alert, alert. For the new people asking me about what is the expected rate, here it is. I figured it out from 2025 budget that was published in the Gazette of Iraq. I figured it out based on the news that came on November 12th. Yeah, it was me, not the gurus. The calculation I figured out from 2025 budget and the news and the dollar value from 1980s to today value aligned together. $13 per one Iraqi dinar. Alert, alert, alert. Majiding is on. Look at the spending table of 2025 budget of 38 billion dinar. Today they said they will spend 500 billion on government programs inside the country. 500 billion divided by 38 billion IQD equals $13 per one IQD. This is the budget. Second part of this post. Wow. Iraq, from this comment down here, Iraq is preparing to launch an unprecedented series of investment projects valued at approximately 500 billion as part of a major economic revitalization plan. This initiative sectors like housing, energy, and healthcare, aiming to diversify Iraq's economy beyond oil reliance. Key investment areas include housing, with projects valued around 100 billion to meet high demand, as well as energy and healthcare infrastructure. Legislative reforms have been introduced to make investments more attractive, offering incentives like long-term leases on government property. Post by Majid on X, 2:03 p.m. January 3rd, 2025. He comments, we all know history repeats itself. The rate is popping up Monday. Kuwait did it internationally on Monday. Zimbabwe did it also on Monday, April 8th, 2024. Seems Monday fit them any country to go on Forex. LFGGG. 5th of April 2024. Introduction of Zimbabwean ZiG. On 5th of April 2024, the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe announced a new rate to be introduced on 8th of April 2024 called the Zimbabwe Gold ZiG, replacing the Zimbabwean dollar. ZiG is to be backed by a basket of reserves comprising foreign currency and precious metals, mainly gold. Crypto XR Sweet P comments: in all due respect, we were given a lengthy paragraph last week why Tuesdays are the best day for Iraq and Forex. Majid comments: sure brother, you can wait for Tuesday. Vicky: Majid, even if they play games and don't do it on Monday, I still like you. You have things figured out and it always makes sense. I think you may be smarter than the people who keep pushing the declaration of the rate further out into the future. Not your fault. Posted by Majid on X at 12:56 p.m. January 3rd, 2025. Here it is. The correspondent banks who transfers internationally has been approved by JP Morgan and Citibank and connected to them. They were approved because they wouldn't pass invalid invoice or any corrupted paper or fake dinar. And the CBI auction has stepped aside, and the auction that will happen now through the CBI will not be for processing transaction, rather it will be for supervising the transactions. As I told you, the auction on January 7th will be for supervising the currency stability, like how it is going on in India and Egypt. Both of their currencies are on Forex, yet their central bank interfere just to supervise and manage current stability every day. I think this video is not been translated into English. Silver and Gold Crypto comments: you're famous, but wait until the reinstatement takes place. Better get ready. News media will search for you. Thank you kindly for all you do. Majid: thank you, man. Appreciate it. Post by AJ on X at 6:35 a.m. January 3rd, 2025. He comments: 1. This is the first thing you should do when you wake up. Google time in Iraq. Time in Iraq now 8:30 p.m. 2. And because of the time difference, you will wake up to any rate change. Then check the CBI's website for the IQD rate. There's the link. It is listed at the bottom of their homepage. 3. This is the most important thing to know. There is no way in hell the CBI and Al Sudani are going to miss this monumental occasion to announce something of this magnitude, like revaluing their currency. So if the clickbaiters are telling you it's going to pop up on Forex, they are using you as a tool for clicks. I never say their names, but you all know who they are. Those are the rates. Post by Majid on X, 8:19 a.m. January 3rd, 2025. LFGGGGG. Kurdistan confirmed they got the fund from Iraq this week, and they're gonna start paying them from Sunday to Wednesday from a 2025 budget with the new rate. Again, 2025 budget doesn't have a lot of money, so they have to raise the value of the dinar. If they were to pay them with current rate, they would have paid them this week already. LFGGG. Breaking. Zoom News breaking. The Kurdistan's region's Ministry of Finance has released the November payday schedule to civil servants and security personnel, set to begin Sunday and conclude Wednesday, while the fate of December salaries remains uncertain. And Majid's commented, I think they will do Kuwait scenario, RV in the country on Sunday, internationally Monday. Honestly, I just can't wait for all this dramas to be over. I'm not sure if I already shared this. Post by Ariel on X, 9:07 a.m. January 3rd, 2025. The Iraqi dinar revaluation is for the new republic. This is why Donald Trump doesn't have to be sworn in by Congress in the traditional sense if they refuse, because the answer to that will be the Brunson case. Under common law, he is no longer running for president of the defunct 1871 U.S. Corporation Act that we are no longer under since July 4th, 2020. That is why he said under oath in court that he was not the president in the last days of 2021 leading up to Joe Biden's inauguration. The general public has no clue about this. This is why people are skeptical about the Iraqi dinar. They are not looking at this as an opportunity for the country of Iraq and the world to remove itself from the Rothschilds banking system permanently. So this will be the trump card. Once the revaluation initiates, we will be officially on the other side of the world model that will be no longer under control of the deep state banking cartel. This is why things will happen very fast. Why do you think Donald Trump already has a celebration planned starting in May this year? People are thinking way too small when it comes to this currency revaluation. My threshold was China, Russia, and keeping our country safe, Trump says. And just to refresh your recollection, you were not president in 2021, Wallace asks. No, I wasn't, Trump says, over pronouncing the words a bit. Posted by Stuart Bishop at Stuart Bishop, November 6, 2023. And then Nate Carter comments, here's where it gets a bit confusing. The party starts in May, but we're expecting RV now. LFGGG. Post by Majid on X at 7:05 a.m. January 3rd, 2025. Alert, alert, alert! Banks in Iraq are closed until the 5th. Opens back on Monday, January 6th. Tuesday, January 7. ICD bonds will be sold by CBI. Auction to manage currency stability. Stock market open. Best day to relist on Forex. And then Majid comments, sorry, banks will resume on Sunday. Dear customers, we regret that we will not be able to receive you at our bank branches on Tuesday, 31st December 24 after 11 a.m. due to the annual closing procedures. Please note that work will resume on all branches of our bank on Sunday, 5th January 2025. INH says by law the election has to be certified on the 6th. Majid responds, can you please elaborate? INH, the Congress and etc. has to come together to certify the electoral count on January 6th. I think that's when the new president is official. The inauguration is just for show. Radio FNUB, hosted from Ariel. Under common law, he is no longer running for president of the defunct 1871 U.S. Corporation Act that we are no longer under since July 4th, 2020. This is why he said under oath in court that he was not president in the last days of 2021. So he bypasses that process. That's because he's the wartime president. INH comments, that's all understandable. However, I'm an NPC whisperer. Okay. The greatest wealth is having a healthy body, a peaceful mind, and the right people in your life.